Fresh off the plane, we start our trip in Hanoi's busy train district.
Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Hey.
Seems like a dangerous place for puppies to hang out.
There's a shit ton of dogs.
Yes, Patrick, there were a shit ton of dogs.
Feeding your kids.
Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy.
After the train district, we end up on a rooftop overlooking West Lake in the French Quarter.
We're still up here. It's incredible right now. It's like a crazy festival thing going on.
After the parade, we decide to go to a wet market. Here's a nice lady butchering a cow.
Some bugs.
Yep. Let's
That
see
we
it,
bought
Patrick.
from
Hold
this
on.
market.
Let's make sure it's moving. Let me see. Get a fucking moving fucker. Get a nice handful in there. What are you doing?
Go for it.
They're fine. They're good. They're good.
After the market, we found some guys to play pool with. Anyway, they smoked us, so we left. The next clip is a great example of my impulse control issues. I battled with those for most of the trip. Enjoy! This tattoo ended up costing me about $1 million dong. Dong. It actually just equates to about $40. After making a few poor decisions in a row, we decided to be a little safer and smarter with our trip. So we headed to a live cobra village.
Oh man, I gotta see this.
That's a cobra. That is a cobra.
That is a cobra.
Cobra. Just dangerous.
It's endangered?
Yes.
It's endangered.
Yes, yes.
Oh!
Did you just kill him?
Whoa.
Sulekha.
Getting hard on there, buddy?
Yes.
That's for him.
Sulekha. Oh.
Absolutely mouth-watering.
Sulek Balats had
He eventually even gets some into the glass.
There you go. That's for you.
Yeah.
Here they mix the blood and bile with vodka for us to drink later. I sure am glad I'm making safe decisions now and no one's trying to peer pressure me.
My gosh, pull your fucking tampon out, bro. Like. So wait, well, we're taking shots of this then.
Yeah.
Is that how this goes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Damon, that's how this goes. At this point, we're faded.
Ready? Let's do it. Oh no!
Oh no, no problem, no problem.
Hey,
It's okay.
only
One more
900,000 now.
Great joke by me.
It's like, fuck you, dude. Cheers.
Grab that, Damon. What are you doing?
Ready?
I can see my video.
Hours later, Patrick's phone would be stolen by a kid on a moped.
Down the hatch. That was smooth.
They put liquor in there?
Yes, Damon, they put liquor in the vodka shots you ordered. After a night none of us remember, we decided to get going on our trip north.
Here's our bikes. Got the GoPro ready to go. Got the bag on the back. Got a little shop here. Patrick's got the little tiny bike. Me and Damon have got the Honda CRF.
After we started the trip, Patrick proceeded to immediately crash his bike. Unfortunately, I lost all this footage, so you'll just have to believe me.
So we've ridden maybe an hour and a half north of Hanoi. What's up, boys? We just got rained on so hard, it just flash rained on us. It was crazy. Luckily, we have this, thanks to Patrick, for cell phones. We got the GoPro all tightened up, so no wet there. We got the ponchos wrapping our backpacks.
And the
We're all set.
waterproof bag comes in handy.
Raggedy bunch. So we drove 5 hours and 45 minutes from Hanoi to Chuk Ba.
Not even close.
In the middle of nowhere between Hanoi and
Ha Giang.
And tomorrow we'll drive another 3 hours to
Ha Giang.
And then after that we'll probably go to the next village, but so to get some gas. Some gas right here.
We really enjoyed checking out some of these smaller villages on the way to Ha Giang.
We got these flags here to appease the locals. Pretty cool though.
About 20 minutes outside of Ha Giang, we found this really cool bridge.
Feels sketchier to walk on than it does to ride on.
Before we can make it into Ha Giang City, Damon decides to send it into a corner.
Oh, that stinks. Oh, man. Yeah, thanks, buddy. It just happens, man.
I know it doesn't look too bad on camera, but Damon actually took a pretty bad spill, and he rode the rest of the trip pretty much no problems.
Oh, dude, it's so soothing now. It feels so much better already.
You guys are just all sorts of torn up. I want to see him put the iodine on because I want to see your face when it hits.
Don't be crying. Don't be crying.
After laughing and bonding over Damon's pain, the guys actually ended up being really cool and showed us around the city.
Hey, puppy.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Ha Giang City. The start of the Ha Giang Loop. That's insane.
There's Damien putting on his dog.
Here's our beds, and if you're curious, these beds are basically like 3 pieces of cardboard stacked on each other. They're incredibly thin, and they're very hard. But you know what? They've taken care of us. They gave us some beer. They showed us around. They fixed up Damon's foot. You guys all saw that earlier. Fixed up Patrick's foot. You saw that earlier as well. Yeah, man, it's been pretty good.
Bro.
Well, we're at a night market in
Ha Giang.
City. Getting some roast chicken. If you're ever curious all the different types of birds that the Vietnamese eat and sell, look no further. They actually sell and eat pigeons.
So the guys ended up showing us a really cool bar where we met a lot of different people that were about to embark on the same journey. So we finally start our journey on the loop. First stop, Heaven Gate Valley. Here we hit some construction on the way down into Yen Min. During the trip, we primarily ate banh mi sandwiches. They were just the most accessible at the time. Dong Van ended up being one of our favorite places. Just a stone's throw away from the Chinese border, you can definitely feel the influence here. It's also the location where Damon hit his head on the same sign 3 different times. Truly a wonderful place. The next day, we left Dong Van. On the way out, we stumbled upon one of the most remarkable caves I've ever seen. This cave had no signs or markings near it. It's truly difficult to show the actual size of the entrance. We guessed it was around 300 feet. On the way out of the cave, we spotted what looked like a shortcut trail on the side of the mountain. Oh, fuck.
So we've been driving for about 15 minutes down this really crazy dirt road. The rest of it was way up there, and
That's how hills work?
We just ran into some local Hmong girls who were like working in the field over here with sickles. It was kind of cool. They just walked by looking at us like we were idiots. Hopefully nobody gets a flat tire. Where's Patrick? He's coming.
Spoiler alert, Patrick was not coming.
This is, the road right ahead, you can barely see it. We're almost there. Cool detour though. Just got done with one of the hardest descents of the entire trip. It's complete loose rock and it was over 10% grade. We were basically slipping and falling for about 20 minutes. My hands are just completely burned out. Here's a little school session.
It was truly bizarre to descend from the mountains and pop out into a schoolyard like this. I imagine the teachers found it equally as bizarre.
Both hands are like completely burned out from holding the front brake and the clutch in. Oh, there's Damon.